Comrade, it's a great time having you. Um, we started the lectures on entrepreneurship, and we have Bismarck Osei. We have the entrepreneurship lecture a couple of times with a lecture on how to create a new train of business, growing your business from a small scale to multinational. Also, a lecture series, enhancing your risk-taking abilities and entrepreneurial. In the first lecture, we spoke about this is the lecture 2. We spoke about uh, issues like so I want to remind you, I have a lot of ebooks, electronic books that you can buy. I'm not getting sales. I'm not getting sales. Book like Enhance Your Entrepreneurial Agility. The Amazon Kindle and Gamma, their ebooks $4. Building Your Competitiveness in Credit Plan $4. It will be impossible to have this work without you $4. Like something inside the world is not $4. Your marriage based on mind to $5. Leaders of Generation, I think it's $5. Also, there are books like Burning Yourself as a Millionaire $4. Enhance Your Risk Taking Ability $4. Enhance Your Decision Making Ability $4. With a cloud of luminaries and connoisseurs $4 as a smarter level competition put together. They have a lot of ebooks at Amazon Kindle and Gumroad. Buy them, read them for me. I'm counting on you to help me drive the sales of this book. I'm advertising on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. I'm not getting sales. I know you guys will help me. Also have a lot of motivation messages on YouTube. Go to have a channel. Nothing can stop your motivation messages. Over 60 motivation messages. They're 15 minutes. Watch them, subscribe to them. Some of them are building yourself as a millionaire. Also, when you go to YouTube, have another channel. Your marriage will be a state of mind to reward. They're teaching you on dating, courtship, and marriage. Watch them, subscribe to them, send your comment. Also, they're 15 minutes. Also, I have another channel. Your River from the Temple 7. There are sermons like Economy of God, My Secret is Jesus. If it's not live for God, it's not live for faith. Watch them, subscribe to them, send your comment. Also, have academic videos in economics like price, loss of demand, income, loss of demand, cross, loss of demand, price, loss of demand. I have a lot of these videos, and it will become more videos to be coming up. I have lectures on entrepreneurship, and as I've told you already, that with this series we started lesson 1, and we look at how to enhance your risk minimizing ability in the entrepreneurial world. And some of the things we spoke about in lesson 1, one of them was that we have to understand that one of the greatest risks of all time is to reposition ourselves to enhance our risk minimizing ability in a competitive business environment. Also, we said that in the midst of business competitive environment, we have to be smarter than the whole level of competition put together, so that we have to exercise the vehement, indispensable instrumentality that will help you to enhance your risk minimizing ability to achieve something that is very powerful. So we said that you have to your ability to effectuate your risk minimizing ability will help you to lift lock in productivity and efficiency, to transition with a growing level of performance in entrepreneurial. We said all those things. So in lesson 2, we are looking at one. We got to a personal quote. Lesson 1, we look at some of the introductory part. Lesson 2, we look at a personal quote. We have this personal quote from Mark Zuckerberg. And Mark Zuckerberg is an American business mogul, as we know him, the owner of Facebook. He said once that the biggest risk is not taking any risks. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed is to the only strategy that is guaranteed to failure is not taking risks. Indeed, Zuckerberg is right. Those who fail to understand that the biggest risk is not taking any risks cannot grow with a cloud of luminaries and connoisseurs, and they remain perennial underachievers and billionaire underperformers. So you have to understand that indeed, as Mark Zuckerberg said, is right. The biggest risk is not taking any risks. In a world where what is changing rapidly, one of the things we cannot lose sight, or we cannot be oblivious about, is to understand that the strategy that is guaranteed to failure is not taking any risks. So indeed, we're going to grow with a cloud of luminaries and connoisseurs in the field of business, and go and read my book, Growing with a Cloud of Luminaries and Connoisseurs in the Field of Business. And one of the areas that will help you is that we have to put the necessary measures that will help us to enhance our risk minimizing ability. And we, in the next lecture, we're going to talk about how do I achieve that? What are some of the risks we face? What are some of the strategies we have to operationalize to achieve that? So you just hold on, we get to those areas. People have become perennial achievers. People have become bilingual underperformers in the field of maybe agribusiness, in the field of painting, in the field of agronomy, in the field of maybe shoe, food business, in the field of clothing business. Some people have become perennial achievers. And sorry, one of the things that have precipitated that act, the fact that they have failed to at any point in time to enhance their risk minimizing ability, and therefore they cannot achieve the needed level of higher pinnacle growth, pinnacle public development in the field of business. There's this man called Sir Richard Nicholas Branson, who's is a British. He understood that indeed he understood this principle and was prepared to face all forms of myriad of risks after failing in his first 7 business. Sir Richard Branson, as I've told you in my previous videos, in the field of business, he started 7 companies. He failed all. Some of the companies he started: Virgin Cola, Virgin Car, Virgin Publishing, Virgin Clothing, Virgin Brands, and others. He failed all business. But despite all this, he knew that yes, there's a risk he has to fail, and he can actually deal with those risks to achieve what they ought to achieve. And this helped him to establish Virgin Group of Company in 1970 that have more than 150 branches in the whole world. So he kept on. He never bowed to the spirit of despondency. Go and read my motivation message. You never bowed to the spirit of despondency. He kept on moving on with that agility, and he fixed all risks. See how he can withstand all these, and at long last, we were able to establish the Virgin Atlantic Company in 1970. And now you have over 150 branches in the whole world. So these are things. So indeed, what Sir Mark Zuckerberg said in the 70s, Sir Richard Branson understood it very without any ambivalence. So I want to say a story of a man over the period who understood what it means to enhance the risk minimizing ability. A man called Robert Edward Turner. He is an American entrepreneur, producer, a media philanthropist, and also the owner of CNN. He has colossal years. Have learned how to confront risks in his business. He's the owner of CNN. In 1963, he took over his father's advertising company after the father committed suicide. The father committed suicide. The father had an advertising company. It wasn't a media company. It was an advertising company. I think because of excessive debt, the father committed suicide. And he took over. When he took over, he equipped himself with that strong incentives to stimulate waves with the venerated personality in the field of business to confront any risks the father couldn't withstand. The father couldn't withstand the risks. The father committed suicide. For me, I have what it takes. I have the repertoire of excellence to face any risks. But I will never commit suicide. I will work on very excessively and excessively to achieve what I've achieved. When he took over the company, it was only 24 years. With innovative ideas, he enhanced the productivity of the firm and turned the company into a global enterprise. It became one of the largest outdoor advertising companies in the Southeast. With enhanced risk minimizing ability, he helped his father's advertising company to experience culminating development. Though he saw that at the age of 24, even though he didn't have that repertoire of experience when it comes to managing business, he knew that yes, I can still get something out of this. And one of the things he did, he brought innovative ideas, very productive, very electric. They ensured that he turned this company into global enterprise. This became one of the largest outdoor advertising company in the Southeast. And that helped. Imagine a guy 24 years without any very novice in business management, took over from the father. What the father couldn't do it, he was able to operationalize it to help the company that spent community public development. In the late 60s, he invented into media business. All this while he was an advertising company before he invented into media business, buying several South radio stations over the period. In 1969, he sold his radio station to buy a struggling television station in Atlanta. That was UHC channel 17, WJRJ, known as now WPCH. As at that time, the UHF was not profitable, performing well when compared to VH stations like Fresno and California. So that time, when he ventured into the area of media, he bought a lot of struggling TV stations, 69 in Atlanta. That time, the TV station was using UHF channel. That time, those TV stations that were using the UHF channel was not performing well when compared to televisions that were using the VHCF channels. But with his dynamic diversifying perspective risks into the media industry, he knew that he can do something very, very remarkable. Edward Turner concluded that this unpleasant situation I spoke to you about the UHFC will change as people want more more than several channels. He quickly changed the call sign to WTFG to attract audience. The TV station started running, and theoretical cartoons, begging sitcoms, and dramatic programs. That was a semi-smart to penetrate through the business environment. You knew that, okay, even though UFC channels, one day it can turn around. And one of the things is that because they can provide more channels, and he is prepared to operationalize that. When he saw that, he quickly changed the call sign of the TV station into what they call WTC8. Watch this channel grow, and that attracted more audience. The TV station started running more theoretical cartoons, bygone sitcoms, and drama programs. Systemic smartness with the systemic smart helped him to penetrate the complex business environment. In 1972, the WTCG, the WTCG, I told you that watched the channel grow, acquired the right to telecast Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Hawkins. He went on to purchase UFC channel 36 WTR. A number of subscribers reached 2 million, and his net worth rose to $100 million. So even though I told you that, I have my father started an advertising company, I'm moving to a media company. And when he moved to a media company, I told you that he went to UHCF, and that time UHCF was not having more sort of penetrating edge when it comes to that resplendent act. But you know that he can change, he can bring something on board, innovative idea that people will want more channel. And he did it in 72. He bought WTCG and acquired more rights to telecast Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Hawkins, and he went on to purchase UFC channel 36 WTF. At that time, his subscribers moved to 2 million, reached 2 million, rose to $100 million. A rough rose to $100 million. And this was something he built himself as a millionaire by enhancing his risk minimizing ability with systemic smartness. And these are things you have to be very mindful about. Sorry. That time, having that level of potentiating, making himself as a resource-oriented personality, he knew that there's something he can achieve. He can build himself as some millionaire when he has the risk minimizing ability with his mixed smartness. And that helped him a lot. He moved on from one level to another level with that preponderance of excellence. That was very, very blistering. In 1979, together with Reese Schofield, who was the first president and chief executive director of CNN, that time he approached this man called Reese Schofield. I want to establish a TV station. And that time, the man said, yes, we can do it. So he contracted him and said, we need an initial investment of $15 million, $20 million. That, as at that time, in 1979. They channeled their energistic potentiality, they channeled their synergies, and they formed the CNN. It was owned by Edward Tetena. It was being managed by Reese Schofield. At that time, the current wealth of the company, over the period that we have seen how CNN have grown. Now his current wealth is Edward Tetena is worth $2.5 billion. Allowing about 4-5, he gave about $1 billion to the CNN, the UN to fight to support UN nuclear initiative. With the irresistible search, by confronting the rate of risks, he has given himself strong incentive to grow with the level of competition in the field, and that have helped him to achieve that. Edward Tetena II, the father couldn't do it for advertising company. He have done it for advertising company. He have done it for media stations. He have done it for CNN. He have done it for radio stations. He have done it for TV stations, CNN, from 79 to now. And that is very urgent, very resplendent, reaching outcome for us. We have to leverage on. So I want to remind you, we have ended lecture 2 on this series. I think there are 2 lectures to come, 2 or 3 more to come to finish this series. I want to remind you, I have a lot of I have a lot of motivational messages. Sorry for the breaks and images. It's not from me, it's from Facebook. I'm sorry for the breaks and images. I'm very sorry. I'm using a external camera on Facebook. That's causing that. So one of the things we have a lot of ebooks I've written, enhancing your entrepreneurial agility. Yeah, it's $4. Growing with the cloud, also building your competence, the crowded planet, $4. And there's something inside the world is need of $4. Also, we have something like it is impossible to have this with like $4. Your marriage will be still mine to over $5. There is also Leaders of Generational Thinkers, $5. Also have this book, Building Yourself as a Millionaire, $4. Enhance your risk taking ability, $4. Enhancing your decision making ability, $4. Growing with a cloud of eliminary reason, $4. Enhancing smart level competition book at $4. Also have a lot of ebooks. I'm marketing, I'm advertising on Facebook, Twitter, I'm not getting sales. I know you guys, you help me get the sales. I'm counting on you guys. Also go to YouTube. I have a lot of motivation messages like Building Yourself as a Millionaire, 15 minutes. Watch them. They are 16 motivation messages. They are also teachings on dating, courtship, and marriage, 15 minutes on YouTube. Go and watch them. Also, there are sermons like My Secret is the Economy of God. If it's Explain the Radiating Fire. If it's not only for God, it's not only for. There are about 40 sermons. Watch them. Subscribe to them. You are not in this world by accident. Go and watch them. Also, I have also academic videos on economics and elasticity, calculations, explanation. Also, I have videos on national income, also in entrepreneurship. All these things are for you. Thank you for your Thank you for your time. I'll come away with the third part of this lecture, which talks about enhancing your risk-taking abilities. Thank you so much, and see you. Buy the books for me. I'm counting on you. Watch my videos. Go to YouTube, Facebook, and watch my videos. So thank you so much.